It's all said and done, especially for the folks who've been working nonstop, extra shifts. If you look right here, you can see this is the main checkpoint. Almost no lines, no waiting, Sarah. And it's unbelievable at this point. This morning started briskly with a lot of people showing up here at the airport. Lines were long. People were waiting about an hour. But when that rush hour went away pretty quickly this morning, we ended up with this. And there seems to be more lines open than normal right now with the TSA workers here breezing people through. In fact, a lot of folks have been showing up shocked at how short the lines are. Take a listen to some of the folks we talked to this morning.
I don't see how extra security could be bad, you know. I mean, they're going to help out and, you know, make things move a little faster. But whether they're doing that or not, we don't know. But extra security is always good to me.
I mean, you think it's not going to be that bad, but then you get here and, you know, you think, oh, man, it really is as bad as they say it is.
So there's a bit of a mix here. So when people were showing up and going right into the TSA pre-check line, a lot of them weren't even checking the main checkpoint line. That line has been open and moving pretty quickly. Some folks just get so used to going to the line they go to, they didn't even check to see what that's like. We've also seen those ICE agents moving through today. A lot of folks are saying they're very pleasant. Look, they're not wearing masks. In fact, on this line right here, you can see two of them standing behind the TSA agents. I'm not sure we can get a complete focus on that, but just wanted to show you that they've been walking around the perimeter. Atlanta police have also been added to this equation in terms of showing up extra patrols. But the story right now, Sarah, quite honestly, is the fact that the lines have disappeared. We haven't seen this like in a week. So this is good news. If you have a flight to catch, you should know that you can finally maybe take a deep breath. At one point, this line stretched all the way down the hallway. This one is gone as well. So I guess we'll just give a thumbs up and smile a little bit, Sarah, and take a break.
Look at these mean, dangerous ICE agents passing out water. That must be a mistake. I think they must be shooting somebody. And it looks like they're passing out water or something. The people really look scared of him, don't they?
Y'all have a big light. Rio? Oh, nice. Don't be shy, guys. You have to get down the hall. We'll hold your spot in line, I promise.
How was my question?
No, yeah, if you need to go, seriously, yeah.
No, I'll find just now. Thank you so much.
Isn't that scary? Those ICE agents over there passing out water. It's got to be a mistake or something, because let me get Chuck Schumer in here, because Chuck Schumer had a different take.
Trouble follows. We've seen that. And it is highly likely the airports will be no exception. No one trusts that ICE is going to make things better.
Once again, ICE agents have arrived here in Philadelphia, but I do want to point out, this is an empty line right now. We are standing in the middle where travelers come to check in for TSA. Yesterday, this was all the way back to the garage. So good news today, lines aren't too bad. We're live from PHL. Brianna Gallagher, Channel 6 Action News.
So I thought the ICE agent's supposed to make it worse, but it looks like when the ICE agent showed up, the lines went down. See, but as we told you earlier, if you watch our earlier video, the Democrats have stated that they're the main people that they're fighting for are the damn illegals. Now, I'm gonna show you a video clip, and I could hardly believe it. Some woman got this clip. I'm not familiar with the laws down there, but I guess it's legal to rape children down here in some parts of the, at least that's what this woman is reporting here. It seems like the Democrats won't do a damn thing about it. You know what? I don't know if I'll play that video, because it actually, even though the woman is saying it, that they are molesting. I'm just gonna play a little bit of it. Hold on just 1 second. I won't let all of it play, because I know how YouTube is. I'm gonna make the announcement. When we go back to the Ask a Doctor of Common Sense, I think I'm gonna stop doing politics altogether on Ask the Doctor of Common Sense. What I'm gonna do is that we're gonna do all kind of other videos, and whenever we get ready to go live, the first 10 minutes, We're gonna be on the Ask a Doctor of Common Sense, and number tell everybody if you want to see the rest of the show, I'm logging out of Doctor of Common Sense. You got to come over to the Doctor of Common Sense too. That's how we'll play y'all now, because now I know y'all gonna. Anybody else can post something, the same exact damn thing I post. Some reason, especially if it's political, they got a problem with it. Other people got the same damn video of it, and it's not a problem with them. So I don't know how it's a problem with me. They played the same video as I played. But I wanted to show, I'm gonna show a little bit of it here.
How you can vote Democrat anymore. I genuinely don't. These 4 Colorado Democrats, again, for the 3rd year in a row, just voted against protections against child rape.
Can you believe that? They voted against. You can't even make this up. And these are the same people who don't want hurt feelings online.
They killed the bill. 3rd year in a row. Those 4 Democrats are Mike Weissman, Katie Wallace, Adrian Benavidez, and Nick Hendrickson.
Well, see, here's the thing is, I'm not even shocked. Because personally, there's nothing that the damn Democrats can do that actually shocks me. But what gets me, though, is why do the Republicans keep allowing them to do it? I saw that the governor down there in Illinois, the dude who looked like Fred Flintstone, who got a twin who's a transgender, JB Pritzker, fat dude with a very large head. I think his head weighs about 185 pounds at least. He was trying to blame the illegal who murdered the young lady down in Chicago. He says that's Donald Trump's fault. We know Joe Biden let him in there, but that's Donald Trump's fault. So that's the narrative they're gonna go with. So I did have something. There was another one before I get to that. That includes Democrats just won a seat down there in Florida, close to Mar-a-Lago. Wow. I find that hard to believe. And I see where O'Thune over there still don't want to pass he's trying to come up with this reconciliation scheme. That dude just refuses to have voter ID. Why would a Republican refuse to have voter ID unless he's with the damn Democrat? Now, you remember in Georgia, the governor of Georgia now, who tries to change everything, but don't forget he's a freaking globalist himself. And they just found a new Guatemalan illegal immigrant who Biden let into the country. He raped a 5-year-old girl. She needed to have surgery to treat her injuries. Death penalty. And I don't mean death, you stay on death row for a long time. I mean after the trial, death. Anybody trying to have relations with a 5-year-old needs to die immediately. Damn the rest of your rights. We got the evidence. You did it. I don't want to hear about no appeal. We got his DNA matter and everything, so he needs to die. He'll want to have relations with a damn 5-year-old. Notice that there's no outrage about that. Some criminal gets shot. Oh my God. He was a saint. But I want to get to this Joe Kent, because he did, to me, he kind of embarrassed Mark Levin. Everybody keeps saying Mark Levin is really smart, even though I don't think Mark Levin was asking the right questions, but he's supposed to be, what's that name they call him? The brilliant one, or the something they call him. Everybody can look brilliant until they get a counter argument. Anybody can seem very, very wise. All you gotta do is, especially when you have truth on your side, it's hard to defend a lie. So I don't know why he couldn't ask the right questions, but I wanted to show you, this is when Mark Levin tried to go to commercial and interrupt the guy. Let him talk. Because if you got the truth on your side, you shouldn't have to worry about it. If he can talk or not. I mean, it makes no sense. Let's see here. Oh, we see my sweet clever finally came in on us, huh? Yeah, I just got off the phone. I thought she was gonna go to sleep before we went on live because she likes to go sleep early sometimes. She gotta get her beauty rest in. Uh here's oh, before I get to that, I want to show y'all a scheme that's going down in Houston that the people who work for the city of Houston was been stealing the taxpayers' money.
Of Houston issues tools and equipment to public works employees from this warehouse. But we found some employees buying the same tools and equipment with their city issued credit cards, hundreds of thousands of dollars worth.
There was a scheme, a couple of employees that we're aware of that for a series of years were using a P card to make purchases of tools and then selling those tools on their own and pocketing the money.
I wanted to talk to you about all the tools that you purchased with your City of Houston P card. Where did all those tools go? My name is Amy Davis.
Locked the bastard up. He was posting on his Facebook that he was selling these tools that he put. It's obvious he stole the tools using his company credit card, which is the taxpayers.
I'm a reporter with Channel 2. Okay.
This post is from one of his Instagram accounts selling
I'm sorry, it was Instagram, not Facebook.
3 new Milwaukee compact cordless drill sets.
Where you get those from?
The post reads, original price was $700. He sold them for $450. City credit card statements show he purchased this cordless drill set 190 times.
There is an active investigation with.
He bought the same thing 180 times. Do we have any checks and balances? Because I'm familiar with having a company credit card when I used to work for a company. And we had to match up our statements. We had to verify. As a matter of fact, I was one of the ones who did the verifying. And if something didn't match up, and I had to hand it in to the owner of the company. And if someone matching up, you had to pay for that. He purchased the same thing 100 times. Nobody was suspicious of that.
Law enforcement right now to continue to look into.
Look in my ass, he needs to go to jail.
Not only what has taken place, but are there others involved? Where does it go from there?
I'm not lying, man. You can break the smallest law and they'll lock you up or they'll come after you. You don't have a seatbelt on, and it's you. What if I don't want to ride with a damn seatbelt on? What business is it yours? Maybe I'm ready to die. Maybe I'm ready to go see Jesus. That's a funny story. Speaking of that, we're going to get to Joe Kent. So some of y'all are familiar with Reggie White. He used to play for the Green Bay Packers, played for Philadelphia. Reggie White was about 315 now. He's a big guy, but he was stronger even than he actually looks. And so Reggie White had this move that he'd be rushing people and he'll hit you under the arms. He'll lift like a 350-pound man up off the ground when he catch you with that arm up under you like that. But now Reggie White was a minister and he didn't curse. But Reggie White was he played defense. The guy was on offense. This big old offensive man, about 340, he was bigger than Reggie White. He started just cussing Reggie White out for no reason. Reggie White didn't even talk smack. But on that football field, he's a beast. This guy starts berating him, cussing him out and stuff. And I think it was, what's his name? Buddy Ryan was the defensive coordinator, if I'm not mistaken. I think it was for Philadelphia because 5 or 6 guys tell this story. And the guy started cussing Reggie White out. And the players and the coach says, all Reggie White said to the man, Jesus is coming. And the guy didn't know what he was talking about. He's just still berating him, cussing him out. Reggie White does not flinch. He just repeats like 3 times, Jesus is coming. Jesus is coming. And they line up on this side, and they said, Buddy Ryan's on the sideline talking about, I don't need no guy talking about religion when we trying to play football because it's going to make him weak. He didn't know Reggie White. So they're down here, and they get in the stand, and the ball hikes. They say Reggie White came up all 315 pounds, moving like a locomotive train. He hit this guy so hard, knocked him into the quarterback, walked over top of the guy, grabbed the quarterback, and sacked him. And then he told the guy, I told you Jesus was coming. Now, they say he walked on the guy. Now, the human body is mostly water, they say. So technically, I guess he was Jesus was in him and he was walking on top of the guy. And they say he looked down and gave the guy a hand to help him up and said, don't you ever disrespect me and cuss me like that again. Boy was a beast. Jesus is coming. He said, Jesus is coming. He almost knocked that guy's head off there. And this was a big guy. This guy was bigger than Reggie. They say he picked him up and threw him into the quarterback. Said, Jesus is coming. I guess he was. Now I want to get to Joe Kent because I don't like the way that Mark Levin handled it. He made Joe Kent look smart, you ask me. I don't think he was asking him right. I don't think Joe Kent is a dumb guy. He seems smart to me. He served, I think, 11 duties or something like that. Don't mean he's right, though. John McCain got captured. As President Trump said about John McCain, I like the guys who didn't get captured. That damn Trump be having some brutal comebacks sometime, man. I'm not lying. But we got a couple of funny videos we're going to let you see later, but I want to get to this Joe Kent and Mark Levin. Mark Levin tried to cut him off, which made Mark Levin look bad, you ask me.
Why do you think the president said he never really remembers you that well? He never really met with you that often. Is that correct?
Well, the president meets with so many different people. He knew who I was, but by no means.
See, I think that's an irrelevant question. Who gives a damn if the president knew it? We want to get to the core of it. See, Mark Levin, in some ways, he likes to bully people online and talk smack. And then when it's saying, you had the guy right in front of you, that's the question you want to come with? Who cares about if the president knew him or not? You need to get to what he said. And I don't know, I didn't listen to the whole interview, but it seems to me you would have asked him, why were you so adamant for taking out Iran? You said it was a existential threat, but now you say they're not.
Was I a primary advisor to him on a daily basis? However,
so he admits he wasn't a primary advisor on a daily basis.
In terms of determining the threat level that Iran posed to our country, I was a key part of that process. So that was very much in my purview.
And he rejected your view?
I don't think he rejected the view. I think he may have chosen to go a different direction, and I think the vast majority of intelligence and information that he received was given to him to paint a picture that Iran was on the cusp of developing a nuclear weapon, which just simply was not the truth. And also, as Secretary Rubio said, there was no imminent threat coming from Iran against the Americans.
He said Rubio said this. Now, Rubio could address this if he wants. I don't really care. But this is also contradicts Joe Kent. So which Joe Kent are we talking about?
He corrected
there was an imminent threat.
And by the way, the Iranians, I got a clip of the Iranians saying they were developing. So somebody's lying.
Coming from the Israelis who were going to attack. But that's actually the truth.
Okay, hold on. We're going to do it honestly, one point at a time.
Had observed, the Iranians had observed an escalation ladder. They hadn't attacked us under President Trump.
Can you do me a favor? And I don't mean to be rude. Can you talk a little more slowly? I'm having trouble hearing.
Can you believe that? That's the most bogus thing I've ever heard. Mark Levin said, talk slower. I'm having trouble hearing. That's a bunch of bull. I can understand exactly what he's saying, and he don't need to talk any slower. You can't defend your point, so you keep trying to stop it.
Take your time. Go ahead.
He said, take your time. He's trying to frustrate him. This is a tactic. He's trying to frustrate the man by saying, take your time. Take your time. Do it right. We can do it, baby.
Sure. When President Trump came into office, the Iranians knew that President Trump wanted to get a deal. They observed the escalatory ladder very carefully. They stopped having our proxies attack us like they were attacking us under the Biden administration. And they got the...
Now notice, he said they stopped attacking us. The key word he just said that nobody caught on to, he says the Iranians stopped attacking us. So they had been already attacking us. Mark Levin, you should address that. I would have said, hold on a minute. So they had been so if you had broken my house 5 times before I came home, but when I'm home, you say, I don't break your house when you come home. Because President Trump and they don't attack us no more. So we should just let bygones be bygones, huh? That is the weakest argument I ever heard. Who gives a damn if they stopped it? Now you want to deal after you done kill some of my men? I don't think so.
Negotiating table with us about the nuclear agenda. When the 12-day war kicked off and the Israelis started that, the Iranians still didn't.
He said Israelis started the 12-day war. So was there actually an attack on October 7th? You can argue if Israel allowed it or not, but did the Hamas go over and attack them? And I bet you in the kind of money we look at it, Iranians probably gave them the damn weapons.
Attack us.
All right. We have to take a break. I'm going to circle back on some of your comments here, and then I have some other questions. I appreciate you being here.
Now, I can't give Joe Kent discredit. He had enough gall to go on Mark Levin's show. Mark Levin, you're supposed to be like the brilliant fella, and this is the best you can come up with. But see, I would have just played his own words. I would have went back and got, let me see if I got it here. I got 2 clips from Joe Kent saying something different.
They're still registering for the draft, aren't they? Like that's the logical conclusion to the direction that we're heading in right now, unless we make some serious changes.
I mean, I've already heard rumors that Fifth Group is going to be sending guys to Iraq because of the escalated situation with Iran now.
Yeah. I mean, most Americans aren't aware of it. Our troops in Iraq and Syria have been attacked 150 plus times by Iranian proxies. And
if you attack me 150 times, you are a threat to me.
when we say Iranian proxies, we got to be clear on what that is. That's the Iraqi government that we pay. Because after the Iraqi military, we spent $2 trillion on, surrendered to ISIS, we had to go back in there in very short order and stand the military back up again. And guess who filled the breach? The Shia militias controlled by Iran did. And the Iraqi government's controlled by Iran.
Now, this is the question I would have asked him when Mark Levin had him on the show. You said on this particular show, I brought the clip up for it, because the clip, you can easily find the clip. Please explain to me your position. Then they attacked us over 150 times. Iran was supporting all kind of militia groups. And all of a sudden now, you're saying there's not even a problem. Tucker Carlson tell you to say this, but we're not finished. I have another clip from him. Here's what he said also. I think this was in 2024.
The Iranian Revolution in 1979, when radical jihadis essentially took over the government of Iran, and they declared war basically on the West, but they also declared war on the vast majority of the Sunni Gulf states. And so what Kushner and what the Trump administration did was they came in and they said, look, you guys actually have a common enemy. Iran is an existential threat to both Israel.
Did you hear him say that? He said they're a threat to Israel?
Existential threat to the oil-producing Arab Gulf countries.
So they're a threat to everybody, including us. That's in 2024. 2026, they're not a threat anymore. So this is the question Mark Levin should have been asking. All I like to do is play people their own damn words. Tell me what changed.
And so that was the genesis of the Abraham Accords. So what they did was they basically said the obvious. No one's going to solve this. At least an outsider, a Westerner, is not going to be able to come in here and say, hey, here's the grandiose solution between the Arabs and between the Palestinians and between the Israelis. Let's isolate that as much as we possibly can, and let's create a pragmatic alliance. And that's what led to a lot of the peace and prosperity that we had in the Middle East. Now, again, here comes Joe Biden. Biden comes into office, and he does, I think, two things. He brings back in a lot of folks from the Obama administration who had bet their careers in foreign policy on reaching out to Iran. That was Obama's famous thing. If you extend your hand, if you unclench your fist, we'll extend our hand. And we did that. We entered the Iran deal. We gave the Iran access to billions and billions of dollars. And what did Iran do? They funded their proxies throughout the entire Middle East. We had already.
He said it again. They funded the proxies.
We've seen this movie before. Biden comes in and does the exact same thing. He brings back Blinken and Sullivan and the rest of the Iran deal guys. He says, we're going to reach back out. Trump got Iran all wrong. Iran had been pretty quiet for quite a while under President Trump. But then Biden comes in. They unfreeze a ton of money, billions of dollars going to Iran immediately. Iran does what Iran does. They immediately start funding all of their proxies throughout the.
Why is this man lying? So right now he's saying Iran was funding proxies. They were killing Americans. So nobody can try to take the statement away. All I do is play your own damn statement. So when Mark Levin had him on the show, all I would have did is went and got his own damn clips and let him defend himself. This is what you said. He goes into specific details telling you what Iran is doing. And then now he's saying that Donald Trump knew that they wasn't a threat. Now, which one is it?
Entire Middle East, many of whom that we're paying for as well, through the government of Iraq, through the governments of Qatar, those types of things. But the Iranians are very smart. And they said, hey, how can we upend the Abraham Accords? Because the Abraham Accords was an existential threat to Iran. It was an alliance that was created that really checked Iran. So they knew they needed to light the Israel-Palestine issue back on fire. And so they gave Hamas a bunch of aid, and then they had Hamas conduct a...
Can you believe this? He's contradicting Tucker and Candace Owens now. So he's saying Iran gave Hamas money so they can attack Israel. Now he's saying Israel started everything, and he's saying that Israel told Donald Trump to go in there, even though Donald Trump is talking about taking out Iran for 40 years. Just make it make sense. See, you can't just get wishy-washy and contradict yourself and then think that I'm not going to bring up what you actually said. See, I didn't try to make him look bad when he was talking to Mark Levin, because to me, technically, Mark Levin was embarrassing himself because Mark Levin was asking the wrong question. The question is, which Joe Kent should I believe? Because the whole time leading up until Donald Trump appointed him, this SOB has been talking about how bad Iran was. He gets in there, and many believe he's the one who's been leaking that information over to Candace Owens. And Candace Owens, I'm going to be honest with you. When Candace Owens went to I played the other day for you when we was still on the Ask. No, matter of fact, I think it was on here too. And in there, you remember when the Catholics invited Candace Owens, because I think she's going to be a Catholic now. It's laughable. Even though she don't know anything about Catholicism, she's going to be a Catholic. She was supposed to be talking about her Catholic faith. Candace Owens referenced herself 340 times. She referenced God 15 times. How is it possible you're supposed to be talking about God and you reference yourself 350 times and you reference God 15 times? She had said something about herself 100 times before she mentioned God one time. I played the video for you. A person that's narcissistic, she has dreams and visions. Tucker's talking about the devil was scratching him. I think he said it was the devil scratching him in his sleep. It probably was the devil riding your back. But Joe Kent now is their hero. But it's easy to prove that Joe Kent is lying because I'm just playing Joe Kent's own language. And then I'm going to go get the Democrats and let them tell you how much of a threat Iran was. But now they're not a threat no more. And then I'm going to go get the Iranian, one of the Iranian leaders saying that they're developing nuclear weapons. They said it, not me. It's funny how you play somebody's own clip. And if we are to believe Steve Witkoff, he confirms that the Iranians told him, unless he's lying, that they control 460 kilograms of 60%, and they were aware that they could make 11 nuclear bombs. That's according to him. Now, I'm just going by what he said. But there's an Iranian analysis, I think his name is Nasser, something like that. I'm surprised his name is not Muhammad. He said, we have entered a new stage. Iran will be recognized as a global superpower. We must act to build or acquire a nuclear weapon. He says it. I got the clip. I'm going to play it for you. So all of this revisionist history now, after the fact, just don't work for me.
Very brutal and very public attack. The way that Hamas immediately put that brutal attack of October 7th all over the internet as brutally as possible, I think.
Did you hear that? Now, the clip I just played with him on with Mark Levin, on that clip, he said Israel started the war. Here he says that Iran did it. Let me rewind that. So this, if I was Mark Levin, I'll just go get his old tape and play him and says, you said this, you said that. Make him defend himself.
They needed to light the Israel-Palestine issue back on fire. And so they gave Hamas a bunch of aid, and then they had Hamas conduct a very brutal and very public attack. The way that Hamas immediately put that brutal attack of October 7th all over the internet as brutally as possible, I think they had a lot of professional advice from the Iranian Revolutionary Guard.
Did you hear that? Now, Joe Kent is a filthy liar because on the Mark Levin clip, he says Israel started the war. On this clip in 2024, he said the Iranians gave Hamas weapons and gave them aids and maybe even gave them some advice on how to do the attack. In other words, they assist the attack. So which Joe Kent am I to believe? Just because Tucker Carlson Candace Owens have him on his show, even though Mark Levin, to me, technically let him off the hook.
Guards Corps, their special operations guys, in order to get a response from Israel. And then Israel did what they had to do. They had to go in and defend themselves. And now they're going scorched earth.
Now, how is it possible that Joe Kent says this and all of a sudden he didn't change what he says? See, once you let me know that you're a flat out lie like this, I don't believe nothing you say after this. Because there's no reason. Anybody can make a mistake, but he's flat out lying now. He gives in specific details and talks about this, and I'm supposed to listen because Tucker or because Candace says something or whoever other want to be smart. Now I'm listening to what Joe Kent says now. Now you're saying Joe Kent is a brilliant because he's going against Donald Trump, but he didn't go against him back then. What changed? Now here's the Democrat saying Iran was a threat too.
His nuclear program is galloping forward. It is enriching at higher levels, 20%, even 60%. In small cases, it's using more advanced centrifuges. We're now down, based on published reports, to a few months. If this continues, if they continue to enrich.
They're down to a few months. That's 2021. Now the Democrats have changed their mind.
At the levels and in the ways that they're doing, it will get down eventually to a few weeks. So that is a concrete problem. We have an interest in putting that nuclear problem back in the box, because an Iran with a nuclear weapon or with the ability to produce fissile material on very short notice to get one is an Iran that's going to be an even worse actor.
Iran has rapidly accelerated its nuclear program and reduced cooperation with international inspectors. Their breakout period is down from about a year, which is what we knew it was during the deal, to just a few weeks or less.
Iran, the world's largest state sponsor of terrorism, has directly or by hiring.
See, this is why you have to learn who you cannot trust at all. All of these people said Iran was a threat. These people are so damn evil and they hate Donald Trump so much, they will say anything opposite of what he says. If Donald Trump said that their mother was their mother, they would say that's not my mother. Because no matter what he says, they disagree with it. Here's all of them saying the same damn thing, including Joe Kent, including Tucker Carlson, including Candace Owens. Now they all changing their damn mind.
Criminals mounted assassination attempts against dissidents and high-ranking current and former U.S. officials, including right here on American soil.
The president will not tolerate attacks on American.
First of all, this cotton picker right here is talking about Joe Biden as if he is the president. The president won't tolerate that. The president claimed to wipe his own ass. Talking about the president will not tolerate
Troops, and neither will I. Our teammates were.
You went AWOL and was missing for a couple of weeks. What are you talking about?
Killed by radical militias backed by Iran and operating inside Syria and Iraq.
Yes, it is true. Iran is closer to a nuclear weapon than ever before. If they chose to get a nuclear weapon, could probably get one within weeks.
These people are so damn dishonest. Now, I have a clip now. Not my words. The Iranian analysis. His name is Nasser Toraba or some freaking Arab name. I don't know his name. It's in Arab, but they have captions so you can look at his words. This is him talking, not me. This is him saying they got it.
این طراحی کردن قطعاً برای این قضیه پلن بیوسی هم دارن. اونم اینه که ما حتما یکی از چیزایی که به ذهن من میرسه خسارت این اتفاقات رو باید از همین کشورهای مرتجع منطقه
See, they say they need those nuclear weapons because they got to punish us.
بگیریم و تنبیه بشن و بدانن هژمون منطقه و قدرت منطقه کدوم کشوره و من مردم از اون تبریک بگم.
Our public needs to know that we have now entered a new stage in the history of Iran.
مردم ما بدانن که ما بعد از این وارد مرحله جدیدی شدیم در تاریخ ایران به عنوان یک قدرت
as an international power and that we will be recognized as a global superpower.
بین المللی و یک ابرقدرت جهانی شناخته خواهیم شد و تأثیر
The impact of this war will definitely surpass that of the war with Iraq.
این جنگ قطعاً به نظر من تأثیر جنگ 8 ساله ما بیشتر خواهد بود. من اگر اجازه
With your permission, I would like to be the first to pledge allegiance to the new leader.
بدید به عنوان اولین کسی باشم که افتخار داشته باشم با رهبر بعدی بیعت بکنم و همینجا اعلام بکنم درخواستی که مردم دارن اینه که ما بریم به سمت ساخت.
We need to act in order to build a nuclear weapon. That's them saying it. So I guess we got to wait till they actually get it, and then there may be an imminent threat then. I don't understand the logic of some people. Once you think somebody is threatening you, you don't wait till they have the power to do something to you. You take them out before they do that. So my question to the Tucker Carlsons, the Candace Owens, the Mr. Joe Kent, how is it possible that everyone was saying Iran was dangerous, including Democrats? Joe Kent, all of them said this. Joe Kent went so further says that the Iranians were financing Hamas to help them attack Israel on October the 7th. But on the Mark Levin show, he said it was all Israel's fault. They started it. Now, you don't have to agree with everything Israel said, but let's not lie about it. What's the reason of him lying? See, whenever a person starts lying for no damn reason, you got to be suspicious of them lying. This Iranian guy says they want a nuclear weapon. All the Democrats said it was close to development. Joe Kent said it. Tucker Carlson said it. Every damn body else said it. They're the number one sponsor of terrorism. It's laughable that these people are still pretending as if all Donald Trump did is want to go to war. He promised us he wouldn't go to war. He also promised that he wouldn't let Iran get a nuclear weapon. Because you see what kind of resistance we get from the bastards now. Imagine if they had a nuclear weapon. They'd already sent it off already. So it's best to take them out now before they get a nuclear weapon, because they would have already discharged a nuclear weapon if they had one. I'd like to know what the motivation of Joe Kent is, because there's something behind this. I kind of figure out what the motivation of Tucker Carlson is. He's got paid by one of those Qatar people, but I want to bring in also, this was Steve Witkoff. Now, if you believe what he said, this is Steve Witkoff. And Steve Witkoff is saying this is what the Iranians told him. Now, unless he's lying, and you can say, I don't believe a damn thing Steve Witkoff says. You have that right, but this is what he said.
Materials, Sean, can be brought to 90%. That's weapons grade, in roughly 1 week, maybe 10 days at the outside. The 20% can be brought to weapons grade inside of 3 to 4 weeks. And let me say this, because I forgot this small little detail. In that first meeting, both the Iranian negotiators said to us directly, with no shame, that they controlled 460 kilograms of 60%, and they're aware that that could make 11 nuclear bombs, and that was the beginning of their negotiating stance. So they were proud of it. They were proud that they had evaded all sorts of oversight protocols to get to a place where they could deliver 11 nuclear bombs.
See, I think the problem sometimes with us in America, and I know this is a hard pill for people to swallow, we're so comfortable in America. We have it so good that you got people who can go out and protest about ICE upholding the law. You got people who look at the internet all day long, finding things to be offended about because they got it so damn good. When you got it so good, you start being ungrateful. This is a well-known fact. Whenever times are just too good for people, all the men become soft. This is why my personal opinion is that all men need to go on excursions by themselves sometimes. This is why when boxers are training, they don't let them be with their family because their family is going to weaken them up. They need to be in a fighting mindset. But the men now, they're learning how to put on eyeshadow. We're worrying about men chopping off their wiener, talking about transgenders and all this kind of trash. Having drag shows in the military, that's what it was under the Biden administration and the Obama. We're so comfortable that we find we got professional protesters. See, when they protest in other countries, it's for a good cause because they are being oppressed. We got the idiots over here, the Cold Pink Squad. They fly over to Cuba And all of Cuba was in the dark besides the hotel they were living in. And they're acting as if we're bad over here when the whole other damn country was blacked out. They're going over there to complain how bad we got it over here. You can't make this crap up, man. It's like people have become dumber. And it's true that they have become dumber because when you go look at, whenever you see somebody trying to interview these people, matter of fact, I got one of these clips. These people didn't even know who the Ayatollah was. I said, my Lord, man, some of these people are not very bright when you put a microphone. I remember when I used to do Man on the Street, and I would ask people questions that made no sense. Like I pretended one time when I was talking to the guy, I forgot, what's the name of this show used to come on, House of Spades or whatever you call it, with the pervert on there. Anyway, I can't remember what his name was on that show. Anyway, he was pretending to be the president on the show. And so I would ask people, what do you think he's going to run against Donald Trump? Or he's going to run against this person right here. And it was a actor that I put in there. They didn't even know who was actually running, but they wanted to be an expert in a particular subject. And they don't even know who's running for office. This fella went over and asked the people on the beach about the Ayatollah. They said they ain't never even heard of it. These are people that's voting? Never even heard of an Ayatollah? Are you serious? It's been in the damn news. I want to show you this right here. Where's that one at? I couldn't even believe how dumb these people was.
The Ayatollah's dead.
What? Who? What? What is that?
Who the is Ayatollah?
I have never heard that word in my life.
Louis,
She's never heard that word in her life.
what's Ayatollah?
I haven't heard. I found out about Chuck Norris yesterday.
This is sad, man. I mean, they said they never even heard of it. Not that they don't know that he's dead, but they never even heard of the name. How in the hell can you be an adult and you never even heard of the name? Lord, we're in trouble.
That was more devastating to me.
He was the supreme leader of Iran. He's dead? We killed him.
You did? You killed him?
Johnny, whoa. If you were in charge, how would you take on Iran?
Yeah, all my girls and we would all start putting belts on them.
Can you believe this crap?
A bunch of girls in bikinis, we make them run across the battlefield. All the guys are distracted. We all run in.
Look at him.
Woo, Lord have mercy.
In his eyes, I guess. Flirt with him.
I'd blow him up. I don't know enough about it, but I would probably wipe it out.
Drop a bomb, baby. Bomb the out of him.
I would bomb the out of him.
What have you heard about Venezuela?
Venezuela? Nothing.
I'm not sure.
I barely know what'll be going on in like Tennessee where I'm from.
That thing.
See, this is technically how dumb Hollywood is. And what you'll find out is most people are like recorders. One of my sons, this is how he used to be. He was like a tape recorder. Anything you say in front of him, he's going to repeat it. And most of these people will listen to somebody who's an influencer, and whatever that person says, they just regurgitate the same damn thing. If they have an independent thought, their head would explode. As a matter of fact, see, this is why YouTube want everybody to do reactions videos, because you know what reaction videos tells you? All you have to do is react to what somebody else did. It don't challenge you. All they want you to do is react. I don't mind reacting sometimes. My God, they don't want you saying anything that may be out of your own mouth. Just react to what somebody else is saying. See, we have become just like we are a country of consumers now. We don't make a lot. We just consume stuff. And we're consuming so much media. And see, this is the danger sometimes of AI. Because just like you memorize phone numbers. Most of you can't hardly memorize nobody's phone number right now. You know why? Because sometimes technology dumbs you down. Because they cut down all the AI. Most people can't even do basic arithmetic without a calculator. See, some things is good, but it dumbs you down. Like everybody's excited about these new Tesla cars, they drive their stuff. I don't want the car driving me. That's nice if you got one. But personally, if we go too long without doing certain things, after a while they be saying, I'm gonna send the AI machine to the gym for me. That's why the Ozempics and all of this stuff is out, because it's a quick fix. They don't tell you to stop stuffing your pie hole. It's a quick fix. That's why young people, I tell you, I used to go to the gym with these young guys, and I think I was about 49, 50. I was probably about 50 then. And this young guy was about maybe 30. He said he gonna start taking testosterone. I said, you're 30 years old. You don't need no damn testosterone, fella. You're too young for that. I said, you're gonna start getting injected with it, then you ain't gonna never be able to produce it naturally anymore once you start taking the injections. It's gonna change your mood and everything else. I'm not saying that the testosterone doesn't decrease when you get older, but 30 years old, my God, you should be full of testosterone. I mean, at 30, I mean, you have energy all damn day. Everybody wants a quick fix. That's why people start a fight at a fast food restaurant. It's a freaking fast food restaurant. I mean, back in the day, why are you rushing them? I've been waiting 5 minutes. You remember when grandma used to cook? You're going to be waiting a whole lot longer than 5 minutes. I guarantee you that. Grandma put on them beans, those pinto beans, be cooking them pinto beans 5 or 6 hours. But everybody wants instant gratification, instant gratification. And see, this is what the internet does. People posting all day long, just pictures of themselves all day long. And then women have become famous, OnlyFans, just by posting pictures with their clothes off. She is an influencer. She gets naked. How is that influencing? You mean dirty old men look at her, or dirty young men look at her, and she's an influencer? She's so popular. She's an independent businesswoman. We have made people who are technically morons out of stars now. And then, see, once you become rich and famous, all they gotta do is stamp your name on something. How do you think Kim Kardashian got rich? They said she's a screw business person now. Yeah, but after she got the money, she can hire a whole team to do everything for her now. These people ain't learning a damn thing. I don't know how you can be this damn dumb in an adult.
They beat us in the World Baseball Classic. Have you heard anything else? No?
Nothing. I haven't heard nothing about Venezuela.
You know, honestly, I don't know, and I don't care.
Where is Venezuela?
I don't know. I'm drunk. I don't know. Venezuela is not in...
That's your future right there. And see, the problem is that there are and it ain't just these younger folks, there's some older fools too that don't be knowing nothing. They be always want to talk about politics, but don't know anything. Why are we still arguing about illegals in the country? And isn't it okay to have more security? Who gets offended with, there's too much security here, I feel too safe? What's the problem if you're not breaking the law? Who cares how many ICE agents are at the airport? Who cares? If you're not breaking the law, more security is more safety. All these cities have become safer because of extra security. Why do you think all the movie stars and the stars and everybody else hire security? But the left wants you to believe that ICE is making people dangerous. No, bastards. Y'all are making them dangerous by constantly threatening ICE and trying to defend the criminals who broke in the country. All of them are criminals. They broke in the damn country. I don't care if they was here 15 years. They broke in the damn country. And we're having this discussion now. Something else I want to show you. It's like people, rational people, it's like they don't even exist. Sometimes you wonder if you're like in the Twilight Zone or something. I want to show you this. Now, Tucker Carlson, because I'm going to keep bringing him up, because I can't get over how he was acting like the Muslims was good. Now, here's a Muslim. I think this guy's from the UK, but I could give you 5 more from the United States of America, Dearborn and everywhere else. He says exactly, remember last night I played the FBI, former FBI agent, who said what Islam stands for? Here's a Muslim stating obviously what Islam's goal is.
Don't say that Islam is here to live, to coexist with lots of different religions and all of us can just hold hands and be friends. This religion has been sent to dominate, to wipe out, to take out every other religion, to have the people.
Tucker said he want to get along with everybody. He must never, well, he don't read his Bible either, but have you ever even studied anything about Islam? This is who they are. This is who their founder was, Muhammad. They want to conquer you. They want to kill you for not converting.
Leave every.
And your Western leaders are inviting these people to your country.
Religion and to accept Islam. And if that requires fighting to achieve it, then it requires fighting to achieve it. Because the greatest purpose for which jihad was legislated is to make the word of Allah the highest and the word of those who disbelieve the lowest, even if the disbelievers hate it. But we're not shy to say it, and we don't find that to be something that we should be shy to say.
To me, any leader who allowed this bastard to stay in their country is treasonous. He's saying, I'm going to come to your country, I'm going to make you convert to my fake religion, and if you don't convert, I'm going to kill you. Their whole goal is to go conquer, but Tucker says, no, they're just inviting and loving. I don't know what happened to Tucker Carlson. See, it's all right to disagree with something, but you're making a fool of yourself. And he gets on the air every damn day. All these people are saying how Tucker is smart. He's right. He's right. He's right. But nobody's asked why Tucker was texting when Donald Trump was cheated out of the 2024 election. Tucker says, I'm glad about it. I'm sorry, 2020 election. Tucker said, I'm glad Donald Trump lost so we could be rid of him. He said, I hate him. That's what Tucker said back then. And after Donald Trump won again, he went to Mar-a-Lago. He was kissing his ass. I don't trust an ass kisser like Tucker Carlson. I just don't. And this is the same Tucker Carlson who wanted Hunter Biden to get his son in the Georgetown. And he's the same one when we caught Hunter Biden with his laptop with all that stuff. Tucker said while he was still at Fox, you know what Tucker said? Tucker said he don't want to kick a man when he was down. I don't think there's a better time to kick a man when he's down. Kick the living hell out of him when he's down. You better get up. I don't think we should kick a man when you're down. I think it's the best time to kick you when you're down, especially when you're a piece of trash like a Hunter Biden. But Tucker says, I guess he was his friend, huh, Tucker? See, everybody forgets stuff that people say, but I don't. It's some things you can say, I don't never get over it. I can forgive some things and look over some things, but it's just certain things that Tucker has done. It just rubs me the wrong damn way. It does. Rubs me the wrong damn way. And remember, Ted Cruz must be smart. Tucker Carlson embarrassed the living hell out of Ted Cruz. Ted Cruz couldn't even defend his position, and he's Harvard educated. He worked for the Supreme Court. And you let Tucker embarrass you about something you ain't know nothing about. That we supposed to blindly just support Israel. You didn't even go look that up before you got on his show? I mean, at least you're going to go on the show. You should actually have the information if you're going to go there and get confronted with it. Can't even defend your point. Now, I don't believe anything Joe Kent said at this point. I just don't. Speaking of Joe Kent, I don't know if you guys saw that video with the Afro man. I don't know why that's so funny to me, but if you don't know that story, is that Afro man, he was famous for his famous song was "Cause I Got High, Cause I Got High." He's still living off the roads of that, but to make a long story short, the police officers, for some reason, thought he was kidnapping people and selling drugs in Ohio. They break down his fence, break down his door, and they go in there and cut all his cameras to stop him. And instead of getting mad about it, he starts dressing in a suit that has the American flag on it. And he starts making songs and mocking them. Most of the police officers got fired because they was corrupt. I think some of them said, I ain't lying, I was just cracking up laughing at that last night. When I started, I said I'm gonna make a video. I made a video. If you ain't got it, you ought to go there and check it out. That dude had me cracking up the way he was making fun of them, and they got really bent out of shape too. But you were breaking the law. I think they just forgot about that part. You can't just break the law. I got one of those songs still. See if I still have one. I know I got the video. I had one, and I got this couple getting arrested. These people. Why don't you just comply? I don't understand causing such a big damn scene. Just comply. And there's one woman at CBS, she thinks she can just skip in line. Oh boy, some people, I'll tell you the truth. Before I play these two videos, one's at CVS and one's in the front of a convenience store. But before I play that, I wanted to play something else for you. This is down in Maryland. They're trying to put tampons, I guess they learned from Tim Walz, in the boys' restroom, including the professional football team. I think the Baltimore Ravens, they want to put tampons in their restroom too. Can't make this up.
Menstrual hygiene products means appropriately sized tampons. What are appropriately sized tampons? I've never heard of such a thing. What do you consider appropriate?
It just means that tampons are offered. There's no specific size.
Well, apparently
he needs to be publicly caned for talking about putting some tampons in the main restroom. I need a public cane his fool.
Apparently there's 4 different sizes, so which one would you like them to use?
Just a regular sized tampon in the bathroom.
Okay, maybe it should say that and not appropriately sized tampon. Now, is this going in all bathrooms, men's and women's?
Yes.
This fool just said he wants to put the tampons in the boys' restroom. See, this is what I'm talking about. We're becoming dumber. We're being dumbed down. Why in the hell do we need to put tampons in the boys' restroom? Please do tell.
How about the Ravens Stadium?
If it is a state-owned building, then yes, it would.
So the Baltimore Ravens Stadium, you need to have some tampons in the male's restroom.
Go in. It's a public building.
Oriole Park?
Well, if it applies to the Ravens Stadium, it would also apply to Orioles Park.
I guess Pimlico.
See, this is what I'm talking about. And we tolerate this kind of stuff from these damn fools. There's something wrong with this damn fool. Hell, is you going to put some damn tampons in the freaking women's restroom, the men's restroom for? What sense do they even make? Damn. I swear, man. Something wrong with these damn people. And see, they want us to be like, pretend like, well, everybody's idea is important. Your ideas is trash. It's not important. You trash and your ideas is trash. Well, we just think we should just honor everybody's idea, not me. If your ideas is trash, I'm not going to pretend like you saying something smart. You's a moron. Freaking tampons in the male's restroom. Acting like this sounds like a great idea, Jimmy. Yes, I think the little boys need tampons to stick in their butts. Sound like a fantastic idea. Miss Kimberly hit us up, and Miss Kimberly says, you suffer when you're over the target. Yes, that's so true, Miss Kimberly. That is definitely true about that. I'm a living witness. You damn sure do suffer when you're over the target. And I done got it many times. I want to play this clip. This is a couple. I don't know why the woman just don't comply. And what has happened with this new thing? Everybody wants a supervisor. The police officers have never stopped me and I said I want a supervisor. What I need a supervisor for? Here's my driver's license, insurance. If you're going to give me a ticket, give me a damn ticket so I can go. But why do I need a supervisor there? And if you pull me over wrongly, as soon as I leave, I'm going to get your badge number. I'm going to go down there and file charges on you. But why are we causing a scene? I need to talk to your supervisor. No, you need to just comply. You can just talk to your lawyer later and all this And then when they get roughed up or something, they always gonna act like the victim. You don't have to handle me like that. Stop acting like a damn fool. Now watch this. This is all preventable.
Is your body camera?
Yes, it is on.
Okay, don't play with me.
I'm asking a question and you're yelling. All right?
I said I don't want to talk to you.
Doesn't
She starts out by saying, don't play with me. The police officer is asking you a question, and you saying, don't play with me. This ain't your boyfriend, your baby daddy, your husband, or whoever. If you think this is going to go well when you're addressing the police officer, I don't care if you think the police officer is trash. Some of them are trash. But I can tell you this right here. You're not going to get anywhere by starting off like this. It was almost like that guy I showed you today. Man, that dude cracked me up. The gay guy on the video, if you haven't watched that video, we put it up today. It's so funny to me.
I don't have to.
You told me you were involved. All right? I am involved. I'm investigating a battery.
What's a battery? Battery of what?
You want to tell me what happened?
She said, what's a battery? What's a battery? Yeah, it's a 9-volt, since you don't know what the other battery is.
If you're not involved, then start walking away before I lock you up. You want handcuffs on you? No, you're stepping outside. Come here. Come here.
Don't touch me. Don't touch me. Don't touch me.
Get back.
Don't touch me.
Put your hands behind your back. Get back.
Calm down. Don't touch me. Calm down. Look, you interrupt.
All right.
You interrupt. Stop. Stop. Put your hands behind your back. Don't touch me. Don't touch me. Stop. Don't touch me.
I don't understand this. I really don't. I have a hard time why people just get themselves in all kind of problems and then play victim.
Send the units now. Send the units now. Put your hands behind your back. I will stop once you put your hands behind your back. Put your hands behind your back.
No.
Now.
That's it. Yeah. What you want? Shoot me.
Complete chaos. See, our country, we're so privileged over here in our country that people want to argue about stuff like this. See, in Iran, they wouldn't tolerate this. They just shoot you. But people on The View say Iran is better than us. Afghanistan is better than us too, I think. Matter of fact, Tucker Carlson said when he go to these Muslim countries, they way better than us.
The goddamn thing. Get a hit. It's inside. Stop. Stop. You bitch.
Let go. Let go.
I'm going to tell you something. Now, all races of people, I didn't see them get real hyper. Like the white guy I saw today, I showed you today, he's pretty hyper too. They got a couple of Karens that get pretty hyper too. But as a whole, I got 60 years of experience on this one right here. Nobody can be more dramatic than black people. They're just so extra sometimes over absolutely nothing. And they will get turned up for no reason. And they'll be telling them to calm down. Once they get crunk up, the only way you're going to calm down, pop them in the mouth. They're not going to stop. They be just turned up for no reason. Because sometimes it's just best to stay calm. I don't understand how you think this is going to end well. I've had police officers pull guns on me before. I stayed calm. Because I know getting outraged ain't going to do nothing but make him shoot me. And I hadn't done nothing wrong either. But you think you're going to act a fool and you finna get somewhere? Common sense dictates. Just stay calm. Calmness, you'll be surprised how much more easier things are when you are calm. When you're talking to the person with the gun in the badge.
That's why Get back!
Stop moving! Stop resisting! Stop resisting! Stop resisting!
She said, call her attorney. You're winning. That's all I can say. Even if you say you win a lawsuit, you're still not winning now. I think it would have been best just to comply with what they were asking you to do.
Resisting. Stop resisting.
Please call Reese. Call Reese right now. Call my attorney. He arrested me for no reason. He had no proof. Call Reese right now. I'm not playing.
Now she's a big shot. Call Reese her attorney. Call her attorney. Call Reese.
Dude, what? Dude, what?
He sure did. He sure did.
Stand up.
Ooh, the girl, that tummy looking right up in here. See, if I, girl, you kind of big on that ground. This could have been avoided, girl.
Stand up.
Stand up for what?
She said, stand up for what? She tired now. Mm-hmm.
I'll help myself up. Please don't touch me.
Dude.
She said she'll help herself up.
What? Dude, what? I already kicked her in the face.
What is Debo talking about? Well, why didn't she just comply, Debo?
You kicked her in the face. He hit her face with the sand. Back him away. Stand up.
You did enough. I'm calling my attorney.
Stand up.
You did enough. Why am I
not involved? Then start walking away before.
Oh, damn it. Wait a minute.
Put your hands behind your back. You're going to get this. Put your hands.
Oh, I'm moving around a little bit. He hit him with that taser.
Why am I being arrested? Come get my keys. Come get my keys in my pocket.
Nobody's getting anything.
Yes, it is. My keys is in the car. She need my keys. My keys is in the car.
If your kids are in the car, wouldn't it make a lot of sense just to do things so you won't get treated like this in front of your kids? I'm just throwing out some ideas, you know. I know I'm Uncle Tom.
Stop!
Get in the car! Get in the car now! Good.
Stop! Jay, the kids!
Put him in cuffs. No, you're done. You're not. Put your hands on your back now! Turn around! Stop it! Put your hands behind your back and you're gonna get tased!
You are gonna get tased!
Put your hands behind your back and you're gonna get tased! Put your hands...
Fools never learn. See, all this can be prevented. I don't know about you, but if I can prevent myself from being tased, I'm just gonna comply.
13 County, taser deployed.
For no reason. Shut up!
You want a pair of cuffs now?
No! Stay there and be quiet for a minute.
I can't believe you're saying.
Well, we can't believe you didn't listen.
I need water.
You're gonna need a lot more. Shut up!
I have a physical condition. Yeah. You have a physical condition, yet you're being extremely confrontational.
You ever notice that they always say this? If it's a woman, all of a sudden she's pregnant after she didn't act a fool or she got back problems. If it's a man, he gonna act like he got a disc, he got a thrown disc in his back or something. You should have thought about it before you was acting a damn fool.
Stop. You should have stopped when I asked you the first time. It was unnecessary. You're unnecessary. All right. Now you know my legs go, please. Okay, breathe. Okay, breathe. Sit him up. Breathe.
See, now you can't breathe. Y'all too big. Y'all not gonna have a problem breathing being that big in the first damn place. Damn, y'all stupid.
Slow down, dirt. 13, what's up, dirt? That was unnecessary.
See, now he's thinking right. I'm telling you what he's thinking right now. He's thinking that I should have told my woman to calm down. Now both of us going to jail. And I done got tased. Is he asking for water? You say you shot me with the damn taser. They asked you to move back several times, Jim Bob.
Take you out, so we'll move that out real quick.
My leg already fucked up. That's all.
His leg is effed up.
I have this left leg is already up.
Okay, so it's right leg, then your keys, put your foot on the ground.
You need water, man.
All right, on three.
Now you gotta use all your muscle. You gotta put your foot
on the ground, not underneath your ass. Bend your knee.
You don't have to holler.
Bend your knee.
Don't grab you.
Y'all winning. I bet y'all think y'all winning, huh?
I have a 1 year old and a 5-year-old.
Were you involved in an accident?
No, he tried to hit my car, but it don't even matter now. I'm calling my attorney.
Okay,
He just assaulted me for no reason.
That's fine.
So I'm calling my attorney.
Listen,
I'm calling my father. My father is an attorney.
That's fine.
So please.
Her father is an attorney.
Let your body cam footage
It's
please
on
roll.
body cam. Can you listen to me for a second?
Ain't nothing to listen about.
Whatever just happened out here, let's put that aside for a
There
minute.
ain't no putting that shit aside. You didn't want to listen
were
to me
you
when you pulled
involved
up.
in
You
an
came
accident?
aggressive.
Were
Because you
you-
wanted to be racist. You
No.
wanted to pick a side
No.
because it was a white man that called on me.
No.
And I didn't do shit.
No, I don't know.
That's what you did. You came and slammed me by the door, grabbed me.
No. He was asking you a question. You didn't want to talk. You said you was finna leave. That ain't how it works. See, when the police, I've had to deal with the police officers on many different occasions. When I'm in the right, I'm calm. This is what happened. This is what happened. This is right here. I'm calm. Other person get all worked up all you want to. I'm calm. Here you go. I remember I was in Texas City. I was in a company vehicle. Woman came off the side street, knocked the living hell out of my vehicle. We stopped because, I almost got hit by 18-wheel after she did that. And so there was plenty of witnesses around. So she get out and she acting like she all irate and stuff. You ran to me. I said, how did I run into you? I'm on the street and I get hit from something. What you talking about? What you talking about, Willis? I'm just there. She's gonna let her get all, she got all hyped up and stuff like that. Police officer come. And I says, this is what happened. And then she went, I said, you need to talk to her first. You can talk to her first. Don't make no difference because I already know what the facts is. So he talks to her and she's all going on. I said, well, my vehicle was hit right here. My witness right here sees, sir, would you tell the officer what you saw? Done with the conversation. She's acting like, and then she goes out to play the race card, but last time I checked, I was black too. So you hit me. Now you outraged because you hit me. I'm just gonna be calm because I know you don't know what the hell you're talking
Me, then your homie kicked me in my fucking face. I'm a woman.
Okay.
Regardless of how you feel about me or my race, I'm a woman. I have 2 kids in my car.
Why are you acting a fool though?
You involved in an accident?
I'm a fucking registered nurse. All I was trying to do was get some gas.
She's a registered nurse now. See, there's ways to handle things and there are ways not to handle things.
Go home.
Even if you're going in the right on something, if you start acting like this, it's not gonna go well for you.
No, I did not hit nobody's car. Nobody hit my car. You tried to crash
that's all I
into
want to
me.
know. I'm going
What's the problem then?
Going to that car to go put eyes on these kids and see how they're doing. If she has somebody that can be with the kids. Is your sister here?
Yes.
Okay, can we sort that out? Because if there's 2 kids in a car at a gas pump, I'd like to. I know you guys got to post some stuff.
Both of y'all get arrested while y'all got kids in the car. That's just stupidity.
I just want to make sure these guys are good.
So he was not here for any of this. He showed up after the fact.
Who is he?
That is the boyfriend of the sister, who was not in the
The boyfriend of the sister. Oh, I thought that was her man.
vehicle at all. So the 2 sisters with the kids were in the car, and they pulled into the gas station. They probably didn't signal fast enough or whatever, but the car behind them started honking.
So is this a 1050?
So this is a road rage.
So she said they did not get into an accident.
Yeah, it's a road rage because the 2 sisters
This is road rage?
pulled into the gas station, and then they were flailing on the horn behind him, like, whatever, maybe they didn't signal fast enough or stop too fast. He gets to the male driver of the other vehicle, gets out, throws a glass bottle at the car, and we've got damage on that vehicle and glass.
So you guys, somebody who was riding with you threw a bottle and hit the man's car and it's damaged. And you saying ain't nobody done nothing and all this kind of stuff.
All over it. And then the sister gets out who was driving, and the 2 male and female passengers.
Y'all got kids in the car acting like this.
The driver get out, start whooping on the sister. She just tried to break it up. She never swung on anybody. She threatened to mace them.
She did.
She didn't swing on anybody. She broke it up.
Okay.
She threatened to mace them when they wouldn't stop whooping on the sister. So it was 2 against 1. She didn't hit anybody.
So who's the one whooping on who?
That would have been the sister got into it. They attacked her.
Swim over there and got her.
The original caller.
Who's over there?
Nobody was there. They left. So I think they're the ones that started it, and then they left.
I need to lean on you. What? Because my hands are tied behind me. Break my back. Well, this is what I'm telling you. My leg. Pull my pants over. Pull it up. It's up. Not because you need to understand this shit. So my legs up real bad, right? So I can't just walk from this far distance. They take the sweet baby Jesus away. Let's check it out. They tased me for no reason. I did nothing wrong. I broke no laws. I don't know. And I have a bottle of water.
Well, let me tell you something. The same reason the 2 who got shot in Minneapolis, when the cops is detaining someone, you cannot keep interfering. You have to get back. What makes you think you can keep interfering? This is the problem.
They don't want to give me no water. They beat her up in front of me. They probably gonna try to kill me. Take a picture of me. Take a picture of me. Because they probably gonna try to kill me. They tased me, man, for no reason. Take a picture of me because they already demons, they devils, and then I did nothing wrong. These men beating on her. She was bleeding. The motherfucker bastard kicked her in the face. I did nothing wrong. I promise. I ain't do shit wrong. Now how am I supposed to get in this? You got bottle of water in your car? No. They don't even give me no water, man. So why am I being arrested for? For obstruction.
Told you was obstructing. He said they ain't want to give him no water. Like they supposed to give him water.
Because you came to our street. Yeah, but you just write that up. I ain't got no extension. We're not gonna write it up. How am I obstructing when y'all changed me? We're not gonna argue here on the street. That's recorded. Yep.
I don't know, man. I'm not saying there were no crazy people when we grew up. I'm just saying, as a whole, most mothers and fathers didn't act like this when they had the kids in the car with them. I don't know when we got to an era where acting a damn fool in public has become the norm now. Men and women. This has become the norm. The more you can act a fool, the better off you seem to be just acting a damn fool in public. It makes no sense. You're not going to win. You're not accomplishing the damn thing. It makes absolutely no sense to constantly do things like this. You're not going to win. I don't know if people you don't get that. You didn't get the memo, but just keep doing what you're doing. If you think you're winning, just keep it up. Because to me, it looks like you're losing. And what I don't agree with, now I know President Trump can't tell us everything. Big back on that before we get out of here. I would like to know. I know we can't know these type of things because sometimes Americans think what the president is talking to international folks about war. He can't tell you all the details. But who are they negotiating with in Iran since y'all done killed everybody who was in leadership? Evidently, they're talking to somebody else, and that's why he backed off the threat of blowing up their power facilities, because he's talking to somebody and they're agreeing so far to de-escalate. But I heard they were sending like 3,000 people from the 82nd Division, I think, over there. I don't know if that's for peacekeeping or something, but we don't want to keep them over there too damn long, because that's one thing we're trying to prevent, because Tucker and those crew going to have a field day on that. Y'all sending him over there, but we had to take the man out. He was going to have nuclear weapons. Look how much resistance they're still having right now. And we didn't blew up almost all their damn Navy. and they still trying to fight a little bit. They're crazy as hell. But anyway, we got to get out of here. Stay strong out there. Do not let the left discourage you. Keep hope alive.